Your policies do not have Egypt's best interests at heart, Anwar.
They're the government's policies, Salim. I'm just one of many who believe they're right.
Right? Right for what? To blend Egypt into a community of lesser nations? To destroy a greatness born thousands of years before Christ?
Your position as curator of the Ancients Museum is influential, Salim. But it does not allow you to dictate policy to me. And you may surround yourself with antiquities, but the days of the pharaohs are dead. And you must live in the 20th century.
Very well, Anwar, if that is your final word. But know this. The pharaohs are not dead. They are only sleeping. It is you who are dead.
Who's there? No! 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 Can't be! No! Go away! No!
We'll never know how these magnificent creatures disappeared.
They roamed the Earth for more than 200 million years.
Some scientists believe a giant meteor was the reason for their demise.
Maybe. Why don't you take a look over there if you want to get better informed?
Good afternoon, Jim. In the last several months, a number of high officials in the Egyptian government have died horrible deaths by strangulation. The latest to die was Anwar Farday. His behind-the-scenes power brokering helped put Egypt on the road to a new level of negotiation with Israel and several radical Arab states. We believe that this man, Horace Salim, is somehow connected to the deaths. The director of the prestigious Museum of the Ancients, he has used his high-profile job to create antipathy toward government policies and believes Egypt should return to the greatness of its past, a past he oversees at his museum. Your mission, Jim, should you decide to accept it, is to determine Salim's guilt and put a stop to the killings before they unbalance the U.S. peace effort presently underway to calm the volatile Middle East. As always, should you or any of your IM force be caught or killed, the Secretary will disavow any knowledge of your actions. This disc will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Good luck, Jim.
Hi. Hi.
Looks good.
Well, we've set up in the tomb.
Salim, expert in Egyptology and an ardent nationalist. If he's behind the murders, he's going to be tough to nail.
Okay, let's say this is the guy. What's our first move?
The man standing next to Salim is named Karnak. He's the right-hand man at the museum.
And possibly does Salim's dirty work.
Yes, so a little dividing there may help us conquer. Max, how soon can the tomb be ready?
Well, with a little help from my friends, no more than a day.
Now, since this site has been excavated over the past year, we're going to have to make Salim believe we've found something that's been overlooked. Shannon, are you ready?
Salim's obsession with the past is fanatical. In particular, he has a preoccupation with the ancient god Seth. I think we can use that to begin with.
Okay. Then it's time to find out exactly what we're dealing with.
Hollywood saw ancient Egypt. Now, if you follow me, I'll show you a real mummy.
Are they called? Yes, Master. For tonight. What is troubling you? The last killing has caused a great stir. I do not wish to wear the vest and wrappings again. You will not have to, Karnak. The day of Seth will soon be at hand. The cord. That is all, Karnak.
Karnak Zapkar.
Who is asking?
Father, National Security Police. I have some questions I want to ask you.
About what?
About your work at the museum and your employer, Dr. Salim.
He is a great man. That is all you need to know.
A great man, yes. All I need to know? No. I think he may be involved in some recent political murders. What do you think about that?
I am a humble servant of the museum. If you have questions of Dr. Salim, ask them of him.
I will, in time. I thought maybe you'd like to be helpful. Perhaps protect yourself.
I have done nothing.
I see. Then there is no reason for me to detain you any further, is there? Jim.
Yeah, Nicholas.
Karnak just had a run with the secret police.
How'd it go?
I think I made an impression.
Okay, come on in.
I wouldn't use those things in here.
Would our communicator close that?
Yeah. All objects have their own natural frequencies at which they can be disrupted. A wine glass being shattered by a singer, for example. Our communicators operate on a subsonic frequency, which is obviously unsettling to this stone.
And the faint signals because of the stone, the fact we're underground.
If that door were closed, they'd be useless.
Uh-huh. Tell me about Seth.
Let me show you what I've got.
Jennifer Dobson. I'm a graduate student working on a dig outside of Giza with my father. Perhaps you've heard of him. Professor Matthew Dobson.
I'm afraid not.
Well, anyway, it's all very exciting. Father thinks that we're on the verge of a major find.
I wish you and your father good luck now, if you will excuse me.
What a coincidence. Standing in front of the god Seth. His image keeps appearing on the scroll that Father's working from.
What scroll is this?
It was given to him by the widow of an English aristocrat. It seems that she found it in their attic among antiquities. Her husband was a journeyman archaeologist in the late 20s.
The scroll of Seth.
What?
Nothing, my dear. I would be most interested in meeting your father and viewing his work. Perhaps we can arrange a time tomorrow.
We would be honored.
Seth, god of darkness and evil, murderer of the god Osiris. The original cult of religious assassins dates back to the middle of the 4th millennium BC. Most of his images were destroyed during the Crusades.
What's he supposed to be?
Canine, antelope, donkey, dragon, take your pick.
How about the scroll?
Scroll of Thoth. Now, it's believed that this tells how Isis raised Osiris from the dead after his murder at the hands of Seth. And we can use this as a guide to make our own scroll on this ancient piece of papyrus.
So we forged the scroll right on here.
Yeah, just lay it under the laser printer. Make a few alterations from Thoth on the computer. We'll have a scroll that should really whet Salim's appetite.
Master, he was saying that you were responsible for the murders, that I should protect myself.
You would not betray me, would you, Karnak? The Sands of Seth are unforgiving.
Never, Master, no. But what should we do?
Nothing. The day of Seth is almost here. Then there will be no secret police.
I've done nothing. Please, let me go. What do you want? Don't hurt me. Please. Why are you doing this? Please. I've done nothing.
Soon, ancient Egypt will be Egypt once again. For Seth, you will kill, and for killing you will be rewarded in the new order. The full moon tells us to rid ourselves of another politician. Seth has been his judge, and we are his executioner. Seth, we kill for the love of killing. Kill, 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 kill.
As you know, Doctor, method is everything in archaeology. It's tiresome and time-consuming and boring, but this is why we do it.
We must take this to the museum immediately.
Father thinks we're about to uncover the tomb to the high priest of the cult.
Yes, and this doesn't leave my sight until we do. Now, look. These symbols indicate this area of the valley was the original center of the cult. So, of course, the tomb of the high priest can very well be nearby.
Maybe. The writings become obscured here.
Excuse me, Professor. We need a rest. It's too hot.
It's too hot. Listen, you get back to work. If I'd known you were this useless, I wouldn't have done your father the favor of taking you on.
Well, maybe I should just quit. Like the others you've driven off with your crazy quest.
Well, that's fine. Then you can tell your father that's something else you couldn't finish.
Sam.
I don't want to talk about it. It treats me like dirt.
As I was saying, the last part of the scroll has become faded beyond the ability of the naked eye to read it. You must let me take this back to the museum where we can examine it properly.
No, it stays here.
Very well. But you must keep us posted on your progress. Perhaps coffee tomorrow if you're in the city.
Of course, of course. Jennifer will drive you back now.
Remember, ancient Egypt belongs to Egypt.
Ancient weaponry. All pretty normal. Axe, dagger, scimitar. I'll accept that one. It's a taunt. Strangulation cord. 4th millennium BC, peculiar to the cult of Seth as a means of execution.
Seth and Salim, they do seem to go together. Anything on the stone slabs?
No, nothing yet. It'll take the computer a little time to decipher them. It's interesting, they're on rollers. I'll let you know.
Always an honor, Dr. Salim.
Thank you, Serapis. I did not want to cause a problem in front of your daughter yesterday, so here I will be direct with you. I want that scroll.
As I've told you before, the scroll stays with me until I find the tomb of the high priest of the cult.
What can a second-rate archaeologist like you know of that scroll or what it means for Egypt? You came by it by accident.
Doctor, your attitude is very unfriendly, and I would say unjustified. If you want that scroll for your museum, I suggest you be a little more supportive.
My apologies, Professor. The cult of Seth has been my obsession for some time. He was the greatest of the gods of Egypt.
He was a god of evil and darkness.
It's all a matter of interpretation, Professor.
Evil is evil, no matter what color you paint it, Doctor.
I put the rest of the equipment in the Jeep, Father.
You're still here, I see.
Yeah. Does it bother you?
Frankly, yes.
Good.
Would you two stop it? I talked Sam into staying. I think that he should. Don't you think it's so wonderful what we found, Doctor?
I'm not sure, Miss Dobson. I'm at a loss to know what you're talking about.
Well, I haven't had a chance to tell you. We found the entrance to a tunnel at the base of the dig. That's what the equipment's for. We're going back to open it up now. Good day, Doctor.
Master, look. Secret policeman.
These scriptures are for ceremonies performed in the name of Seth. Some for burials, some for worship, and some for executions. The reason they're on rollers side by side is that it allows the various scriptures different readings at particular times of year. Now, this is from the 4th millennium BC, but it's just as valid today. Because the time of year is based on the movement of the sun and the moon, particularly the waning and waxing of the moon. Watch this. This scripture preaches execution by strangulation. And the position of the moon in this configuration jumps from full moon to new moon to third quarter to first quarter.
4 positions.
And full murder.
Over 2 months.
Have you checked this against the dates of the murders of the politicians?
You bet. And they're right on. This full moon passed last night.
Which means the 5th murder's already been committed.
Yeah. And if I'm reading this right, there are a lot more executions to come. I'm gonna lay a high-frequency emulsion on the faded part of the scroll here, so that if we need Salim to feel that he's done Seth wrong, he will.
Max, remember to call us when you know they're on the way.
Right.
So there's no doubt Salim is our man. I think it's time we shifted into 5th gear.
You wanted to see me, sir?
I know that Dr. Salim comes here. I want you to set up a meeting.
I'm a humble cafe owner, sir. Dr. Salim does not do my bidding.
Just tell him it's about a scroll. He'll come.
This will give them something to think about.
And Anubis will lend credibility to our find. I'll finish it when we close it up.
No, I better start getting set up in the ruins over the hill. You're all set, Nicholas.
Ah, thanks, man.
So, we're almost finished. Max ought to be making contact right about now.
I was treated this way. I said I just wanted to meet with you.
Karnak. Finally, the power of the high priest is mine. With this I cannot fail. As the scroll of Thoth raised Osiris from the dead, so shall this scroll make me all-powerful. But why bring it to me?
Because I hate the professor. And Jennifer told me how hard you pressed to have it. I'll admit I'm after money, but I haven't wasted my life. I've studied the ancients, and I know the power behind the god.
And what do you really know of him? You, a product of Western civilization. Karnak.
I know that the execution of the unfaithful has been called, and that more will die, because the god is righteous in his anger.
You know a great deal, but tell me of the tomb of the high priest. Has it really been found?
We opened a tunnel door and found an antechamber. The tomb itself remains sealed because the professor was worried about a curse.
And well, he should. Karnak, you will wear the wrappings one more time. The professor and his daughter are still in our way.
Yes, master.
That's what he deserves, Jennifer.
You scum! How could you do it?
Silence!
Curse of the High Priest. Anubis, the seal of the 7 jackals. No one has entered here for 4,000 years.
Go ahead, open it. The curse will be your undoing.
Oh, I will open it, my dear. But the tomb will not be my death, it will be yours. Because after we have taken what belongs to Egypt, you and your father will be sealed in it forever.
We will take the high priest and antiquities to the museum.
Master, the curse, what does it say?
It says the dead will walk again, to inflict eternal punishment on those who defile the tomb.
Leave her.
You just can't leave them in here to die.
And why not? You may gain more than mere money if you are worthy of the new order. Or you may join them. Choose. Seal it. I thought so.
Priest of Seth.
You shouldn't have shut the professor and his daughter in that tomb.
The master does as he pleases.
But if the curse has any truth, we will all suffer. Be more careful. Those pieces should be treated with the respect they deserve.
I admire your respect for the ancient. Karnak, you will start cataloging them. Mr. Lake, you will come with me.
Oh, what happened?
We've been sealed in here. Max is with them. Are you all right?
Yes, I'll be okay. Max didn't warn us.
I tried to get Grant on the communicator, but no response.
No, these stones are too thick and too far underground for a signal to get through. Or for air to get in.
These are the leaders of modern-day Egypt. Politicians, businessmen, influence peddlers, all powerful, but weak when compared to the pharaohs of ancient Egypt.
But the pharaohs were gods. The world is different now.
Only men like these make it different. They care nothing for Egypt. Her greatness lies in the past, not in so-called negotiations with lesser states. Their deaths will usher in the new order.
You would kill all these men? Why?
To throw the government into chaos, to foment revolution, to give birth to a new Egypt who draws on her past to make her great once again.
With you as president?
As pharaoh. And Seth's followers as my army. And you could become part of it if you are willing to follow. If you are willing to kill.
you plan to throw the government into chaos, then you'll have to kill those men whose photos are in your office all at once.
Very perceptive. And that is exactly what you may be a part of tomorrow, if your initiation is true. Blindfold him. We will take him to the temple. Karnak, finish your work here and then follow. Serapis will come to help with the sarcophagus.
Yes, Master. 2 hours.
Grant's gotta be back soon.
Come and sit down, Shannon. You'll just eat up the air faster that way.
Yeah, Nicholas. Just lay out Karnak. But I overheard Max say that Jim and Shannon are trapped in the tomb. On my way. Grant.
Are you gonna be all right?
Yeah.
Nicholas has Karnak.
All right, you go on. Without moving on him, we can't help Max.
Where are we? A temple. Buried by the sands of the desert, lost in the sands of time. A place where all other gods were forgotten, and one reigned supreme. Your life is about to change forever, Mr. Nick. They are called for tonight. Robe him for the ceremony.
Nicholas?
Max said there were pictures of Salim's targets in his office. I have not been able to find them yet. I don't have much time. Now, Salim said the mass killings were going to take place tomorrow.
So where's Max now?
Well, Salim took him to some temple.
Maybe this guy can lead us there, once I work my mystical ways.
I think it's best if I stay here and look for those pictures.
O Amun-Ra, O God of gods, the tomb has been defiled, and eternal punishment falls on this man, Karnak, and others. In the name of Seth, they kill. But it is not your will.
The ancient blood.
The pool is troubled. One can see the past and the present in the ripples of the water. Look into the pool and see how to save your immortal soul.
The mummy's ring.
The ancient world. The world of Seth. The killings in his name were many, and the high priest was finally caught and buried alive. The slaves and soldiers were murdered, so that no man could tell of the tomb's existence. But now, the jackal's seal has been broken, and the killing must stop, as they had to stop in the past. Seth cannot be served, and the mass killings must be stopped. That is the only way to save your soul. Go now.
Jim, you got him?
Yep, we've got him.
Jim.
Go, Nicholas.
I just found Salim's hit list. A screen full of pictures.
Good. Find the source and bring it back here. We're going after Karnak.
Bring him. The Sands of Seth will make sure he never speaks of what he has seen.
Crazy.
What is it?
Karnak should be right here.
We cannot serve Seth as instruments of death. To save our souls, we must disband and never look on Seth's image again.
Karnak!
You are doing, Master. I have seen the high priest walk. I have looked deep into the pool. Seth does not want the killings.
You speak nonsense. I have the scroll. It is written. You betray me.
Master, no. It is the truth. You know I would die for you.
And you will.
The device says Karnak is right here.
There are no ruins or temples anywhere. Jim!
Looks like this is our way in.
The traitor is dead. We move on to ancient Egypt. Prepare for the ceremony.
All right, so where are we? A chamber in the temple. But where? You got me.
Look, over here.
It's the temple, all right. Take a look at this. I'm going down.
Be careful. We'll wait for your call.
Let me go! You're all crazy! Why do you follow this man?
Jim. They've got Nicholas.
Let me go!
have the Egyptian secret police.
We found him in your office, Master. He saw the pictures.
You have done well, Serapis. You will take the place of the traitor Karnak, my right hand. You're insane. Bring him to the altar.
Jim.
Yeah, Grant.
You're in the head of a huge statue of Seth. Those holes are his eyes.
We've got to make something happen fast to save Nicholas.
Right.
We initiate a new follower tonight, and Seth has seen fit to send us his sacrifice. Mr. Lick, you will kill this agent of modern Egypt.
Got an idea.
Go.
This whole place has the full weight of the desert on top of it. If I set my communicator at the right frequency, I can make this sucker rock and roll.
All right, good. Well, listen, I've been looking at this wall. Grant, I think it's a reflector. I think this whole chamber was built to reflect the sun's rays down through the eyes onto the altar.
Something that hasn't happened since the temple was buried. How long before sunrise?
It's getting light already. Can't be more than maybe 10 minutes.
Maybe we can make Seth the giver of life instead of its taker.
Okay. I think we've got some polishing to do.
Kill him!
Make it look good, buddy.
A new servant of Seth is born. You will throw him into the pit while I intone the ancient scroll. O Seth, God of gods, thy name is death, thy world is darkness. We live to serve, and in serving we kill. The curse!
Get up, buddy.
Seth is not the taker of life. You see, he gives it. Salim is the evil one. Karnak spoke the truth. Salim is the murderer of the people. Take him.
No! I command, in the name of Seth! Seth! Ancient Egypt must be Egypt once again! I am Pharaoh! I am Pharaoh! With Seth!
Present-day evil has joined ancient evil. Both of them lost in the sands of time.